Good morning. Thank you all for coming. Thank you so many of you for coming. I'd like to welcome you all to today's conference. I'd like to thank our host, the Channel Islands Security Forum and Jersey Cyber Emergency Response Team. I am very pleased to be here at what I think is a pivotal time for cybersecurity as we mark our island's first Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Since the creation of CERT at the end of 2019, we've seen a huge increase in remote working, which in turn has driven a rise in sensitive information, conversations, and decisions occurring entirely within the digital space, and obviously out of the office. Simultaneously, the threat posed by cyber attacks has become more elaborate and expanded significantly in scope and seriousness. In May 2021, a major cyber attack on the US colonial gas pipeline forced the owners to pay a ransom of more than $5 million, but not before more than 9,000 petrol stations had run out of fuel. A federal emergency had been declared, and the global price of oil had jumped significantly as well. Yet that same month, just a year ago, the Irish government faced a cyber attack on its health service, which resulted in a nationwide shutdown of its IT systems and theft of hundreds of patient records. And just a few months earlier, in September 2020, tragically, a woman in Düsseldorf died after a cyber attack on a local hospital delayed her urgent surgery. You've probably heard of all of these, and the reason I mention them is because, as these events show, cybersecurity is vital to protect not only our personal data, our information, but also our economic interests and our public services, our physical security as well. This subject can often seem abstract or remote from the public's consciousness, but the reality is that cyber attacks rank amongst the top risks for governments, businesses, and individuals across the world. It's vital we get our approach to cybersecurity right, recognizing that we all have a role to play in this. But we should be under no illusions that Jersey is somehow immune or too small to be at risk from cyber threats. We know that globally, financial services are typically subject to 3 times the average number of cyber attacks compared to other industries. Jersey has been listed as an unfriendly jurisdiction by Russia, from which at least 2 of the incidents I mentioned earlier emanated, and we recognize that we are relative newcomers to cybersecurity. This is why events such as this are so important, to share best practice and to equip our businesses, our public services and individuals with the tools and knowledge necessary to recognize and respond to cyber threats. There's a great program of events this month for organizations to improve their cybersecurity. There's several mock-up events and tabletop exercises. Towards the end of the month, we'll also be officially opening Jersey CERT offices. I know Matt and his team have worked hard to build up Jersey's cyber emergency response capability, and I'd like to thank them for all that they do. We will continue to support them because we understand just how important responding to cybersecurity is. I also want to thank all of you across the industry, our voluntary community and the public sector who have come together to deliver this conference. I want to thank everyone who has contributed to these events and the Cybersecurity Awareness Month Steering Committee. In particular, I'd like to welcome each of the speakers and panelists scheduled to speak today. Thank you for agreeing to share your knowledge and your expertise. There's a great lineup of experts, not only from Jersey and the Crown Dependencies, but from across the UK. Please, I hope you all enjoy today's conference and find it useful and informative. And I hope you'll join the Government of Jersey, the CISF and CERT in our ambition to improve our island's cybersecurity. Thank you, and enjoy the day and the month ahead. Thank you very much.